Hello everyone, while this is loading, and welcome back to Path of Exile. It's been a hot minute since we've been on this. I am going solo. The others are welcome to join me if they really want to, but I honestly have the feeling that they're not going to, just because it's going to be difficult on schedules to keep up with this game. We have figured out that the later half of the game will take away XP for dying, and I don't honestly think that most of the others have time to grind. Like I will have the time to grind to try and finally reach the end of this game. So I am pretty sure I'm on my own from now on, but also as a Kickstarter for what we're about to go off into, I decided we need to come back here and go into the Lord's Labyrinth in here because this is supposed to unlock a subclass for your character, and as far as I'm aware, none of our players ever did that. There's in fact a waypoint here, but it's just the basic waypoint for this zone. And you have to get through everything one chance, one shot. That's awkward.
The just goddess presides over us all. The future of the Empire rests in her even hands.
Okay. Complete the labyrinth. Yeah, we're looking to just get the regular labyrinth. We need to get 2 more unknown areas in Acts 6 and 7, I believe? Or was it 6 and 8? One of the two. We're not expected to go into all of this until much later. But yeah.
Justice will prevail.
Here we go. This is the only way to get the subclass, and this is also the only way to get points for that said subclass, is to go through these labyrinths and try and unlock our abilities and points by taking on the Azaro guy, who is our narrator and our main nemesis,
In
the judge of our ability.
Of my reign, I was encouraged to believe in the precious nature of my imperial blood.
This should be a relatively easy run this time, because I am... How far am I? I'm level 54, and this is supposed to be a level 33 or so dungeon. It should not be too challenging, one would think. But we'll see. I also heard it can be long. I was just about to cue him, but he died on me. I'll take it just because it's there. Oh. About to say, how did you get there? It's a raised platform, Matt. Yeah. That was just a couple of big ones, period. You gotta find a switch or something somewhere else. You're big and nasty, ABQ. Locked. Oh, there's a switch over here. Ah ha ha. Ooh. Goodbye. Okay. Goat's horn, hi. Double checking everything else that came out of there. Nah. Sure, keep handing me more victims. I need something to fill my health and mana bottles again. Nope, you can stop that right now. Yeah. I'll also take the little rings and amulets because they're small and they're still worth points. Okay, just plain simple nothing in these rooms. They're just there to supposedly try and trap you more. Ooh. Nope. Spiriton's trial.
Oh, the weary traveler draws close to the end of the path. The Asmeri were the first culture known in history to use trials of strength, wisdom, and spirit to select its chieftains. The first Lord's Trial was a rough-hewn maze festooned with wild animals and brutal traps, crafted to test aspiring Asmerian leaders' body, mind, and soul. In conquering the adversities of the maze, a champion proved they were capable of bearing the crushing burden of chieftainship. The first trials were simple contraptions reflecting simple times. As the Asmerian civilization grew in number and complexity, so did the trials, from treacherous mazes to bewildering labyrinths. Alas, there are no surviving descriptions of the labyrinth that tested and proved the worth of Viruso Prima Imperialis. I imagine it was quite something to behold.
Stash. Identify this goat's horn. Is in fact a wand. Well, goes into the collection of orange items. Treasure key. This item is required to open one of Zario's treasure chests located in the labyrinth. This item will drop on the ground when leaving the labyrinth. What are the descriptors? You get a stash thing that you can check on just before you go into a fight with Vizaro. So supposedly in here is where I fight him.
Slowness lends strength to one's enemies. Failure is an illusion. By the goddess, what ambition! Time is the champion of second chances.
Forgotten relic, but you are here. Like it. Send those spiders right back, thank you. Cubo absorption. Did I just use a key? No, I didn't. The next conduit you interact with will be disabled permanently. Where the one who seeks to contain a storm. Silver coin, awesome. Thank you for dealing with that spider for me. Double check. Yeah, it's just a dead end over there. Let's keep going this way. Oh. Okay, I'm getting a door marker.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death.
Pop in there. Alright. Watch takes care of that.
The Asmeri were consummate survivors. They had to be, having been sired in the most inhospitable range of mountains in all of Rayclast. Unfortunate, some might say. I do not. I believe it was the making of them, and of us, their descendants. So it is no wonder that they developed the Lord's trial. With survival being a moment-by-moment concern, that harried people grew to understand power quite intimately. Strong leadership is able to bridge the chasm between existence and extinction. Poor leadership might see an entire tribe vanish into that same chasm. When the Asmeri descended from their mountains to conquer the fecund lands of central Rayclast, they thrived and multiplied with utmost alacrity in those more forgiving climes. For is it not poverty that teaches us how we might excel in times of plenty?
Okay, yeah, I was here before. Keep on going.
When one defiles the effigy, one defiles the Emperor. There is no escape. Inexhaustible.
I am here, wherever here is. Out there and choose the middle path. All stores are unlocked. Figured I would double check to see if there's any good loot. Apparently not really. Dead end. Which takes us all the way back around. Here I was hoping for something a little more interesting. Oh well. Ouch. Didn't realize there's a trap there in the doorway.
THQ. I'll loot the lottery wheel of these kind of games, howdy.
Boss, the lottery wheel of these kind of games? Okay. Not sure what that means, but hi.
THQ. Sorry if that was not clear, what I mean is these games always do loot in a lottery type manner.
Oh. Yeah. The loot's always very randomized. Oh, I see what's going on over there. Come on. Stop that. There we go. Well, it's lotterized to some degree depending upon what's going on, though, too. There are some things in this game, even, that go, hey, what's this character? Here's the kind of equipment we think is best suited for that character. Occasionally it does it. Not always, though. Alright. I am following the straightforward path, I guess. Nope. Take it just because I'm curious. Not going to keep it, but we'll see.
THQ. Between the random loot and the random stats gearing up has always been a confusing process.
For me, it's pretty easy at this point in this game. The major thing that gear affects in Path of Exile is armor class, evasion rating, and I think they call it Spirit Shield, the little blue thing on my health bar down there in the corner. Essentially, those are the main armor types. If you're an agility type, you're looking for evasion rating. If you're a strength type, you're looking for armor class. And if you're a squishy mage, you're looking for the Spirit Shield, because that's a rechargeable health protection for you. But it also means that you need to put a lot into the Spirit Shield in particular, because that thing goes down like a freaking lead balloon as soon as you start getting hit. So you're not very tanky even still with a extra shield on you. What's my current? Okay, 266. It's probably just gonna get tossed. Yeah. Yoink. Way too low. Why are you in my inventory? Well, I must have accidentally just picked you up. Yeet to you too. I mostly pick up the different mana and health files, as well as rings and necklaces and so forth, because they're small and they still get you playing cash in the end. And if you have a huge access to cash, you can get pretty much anything. Cash being portal scrolls and wisdom scrolls, as they basically act as baseline money. And then you can barter up to other things if you want to.
THQ. Yeah, I have played this game a little bit, so I know some of the basics. It is just the style of these games.
Server key cache. What do I got? I got a treasure key. It just says treasure key. Okay. That almost got me. Oh. Oh boy. All the doors are locked. How am I supposed to get in there? Oh, because the switch to unlock was in there and I had to go
Plus
through the back
it does
door.
not help that I play in a non-trade manner kinda like a nation in Autarky, and the autocorrect does not seem to have that word.
Okay. Yep, open all the doors. Is there something of important here? Because I really don't see it. Oh, there it is.
Where there's a silver key, there must be a silver door.
Oh.
THQ ends up making me favor games with good crafting mechanics, but in online games that is rare.
It really does depend upon the game, though. I don't mind the random loot collection as long as they actually bother to try to give you some stuff that you're going to be able to use. And try to aim some of the gear towards your character. It doesn't have to be all the time, but at least as long as they do most of it. I mean, it was obvious they were ganking that in Diablo 3. And after they had to finally get rid of the online store because it was really BS having to spend either a ton of in-game currency or spend real-world money to get your actual gear, they finally started making loot so it was more aimed towards your character more often.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises.
Looks like we're in for a fight here.
The custom of the Lord's trial was upheld throughout the founding years of the Empire. Verusso's successor, Caspiro, was a low-born legionnaire, the lone survivor of a labyrinth that claimed the lives of every high-born contender, including Verusso's only son. Caspiro proved to be every bit the emperor that Verusso was. Alas, the Lord's labyrinth was corrupted by those with the vanity to consider their blood more precious than their empire. Selfish blood breeds selfish times, and the Empire paid for it with its own blood, with the Knight of 1,000 Ribbons, with that most regal of cannibals, Emperor Romira. Not anymore. I, Isaro Frecius, shall return us to justice. I shall build the greatest Lord's labyrinth in Asmerian history, and my successor shall be chosen by the goddess herself. Only when the Lord's labyrinth is drenched in selfish blood can a true leader ascend the throne.
The guide led the warrior down a path that wound and twisted through fields of blossoming promises, green-bladed hopes. The warrior closed his eyes, a mere moment to feel the warmth of the sun on his back and to drink from the guide's proffered flask. Now the warrior staggers and crawls down the wounded, tortured causeway. The bitterness stings his weeping eyes. The fire roars in his belly, consuming him. The warrior will not ascend. Instead, he hunts, guided by his love for Esamir.
Anything I can go up to, I can drop off. Did I just make another full stack? Yes, I did. Jeez. Pardon me just a moment here.
THQ. I still enjoy the style of game, just a little quirk of mine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that the online part of it can, in particular with Diablo 3, can kind of subline what was intended for action RPGs like this. Is that like a stink bug? I don't know. Got rid of it though. Bug gone. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to mess with right now. I guess we just have to go in here and do our next trial.
The Empire awaits you with open jaws.
THQ. Goody Laku.
Ascendancy Chamber.
Before your Emperor, you are worthy. Before the Goddess of Justice, you are worthy. Receive our blessings, embrace our gifts, and rise, Ascendant. For this is the ending that we all deserve.
Activate the altar of ascendancy. Divine font. Turn to town, not yet. Altar of ascendancy. Alright, subclass time. Assassin, trickster, or saboteur. I think I'm gonna go with assassin for this character.
Death is a banquet. It's up to the murderer to write the menu.
I've got 2 ascendancy points. Case move with speed, critical strike. Hmm. So that's just add on top of the stuff that's already here, huh? Ah, okay, so I can open and close it by clicking that. Right, so we managed to make it to the end. Oh right, I got all the keys. Holy shit, look at all these chests. Got 3 keys. Yeah, you were saying about stuff that isn't meant for us. Ugh. I assume I used up one of the keys. Yep. Not fantastic, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
THQ. Have you ever played the game Grim Dawn?
Grim Dawn? No, I've not played it, but I have, I believe, the base game, and I've been looking into getting the DLCs before I eventually play it. I think I have the base game, at least, as I recall. There we go.
THQ. It is like the Diablo style and this game, but also includes guns.
Yeah, I remember from the look of it, it almost looked like a, what do you want to call it? It almost looked like a Diablo-esque Warhammer game. Because there's I don't think it's meant to be a Warhammer universe game, but it did have an art style similar to it, as I recall. Skull and a pair of gloves to add a random enchantment to them. So that should improve those somehow. Alright. I don't know why I got a silver key though. I assume if you explored the entire labyrinth, you would find all the keys for all these chests. Sadly, I don't have that kind of time. At least not right now. But hey, I finally got my secondary class on lock. And that was the main point for this game today. That was something I've been trying to get around to for a while.
The setting, from what I know, is a civilization collapse in a fictional universe. THQ. Woot for second class.
Let's see here. Yeah, so yeah, I got my my subclass unlocked finally. I don't know why we've been sitting on the subclasses for so long. Especially given the fact that that's a level 33 dungeon just to unlock it, and we're already past 50. Actually, I know why we sat on it so long, because Barry was in our team, and if Barry's along, he'll just keep sidetracking everywhere, and we'll never get through it even once. That's why we never did it.
THQ. Bury the side quester.
Barry himself is a side quest.
Don't do anything I would.
He gets lost doing whatever he randomly decides to do instead of following the group like every 5 minutes. And he can't come in here and complain because he knows it's the truth. This is why I will never play any of the Vermintide games of him, because he can't listen and he can't stick with a group. He'll get all murdered because he just runs off. Right, so I think it was like Act 6 and a couple other things have some of the dungeons we still need to find to get our next Ascendancy level. So we'll be looking forward to that eventually. In the meantime, we can head back to Act 6 right now. And, oh, actually, no, I don't want to go to Act 6. I want to go to Act 5 because there's some leftover bits and bobs we need to talk to people about, apparently. I didn't realize that was the thing. That we had some people left to talk to.
You're still alive. So is Kitava. What more do you need to know? You'll find a way. I believe it. Remember, we do this for freedom.
Kitava is a primal deity, forged from the most fundamental of human desires, hunger The simple act of craving that which we cannot yet consume. To defeat Kitava is to squeeze the very heart of human nature into stillness. You don't think you can do that? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Tootles?
I don't ask this in the name of innocence. He understands now the folly his devotees have wrought upon this world. I ask in the name of Oriath. There are many that deserve what Kitava offers, and there are many more who do not. Put an end to Kitava's savage reign, for there remains much in this land that is worth saving.
So we were supposed to come back here and talk to them before we had our big boss fight. Didn't know. Alright. Back to part 6, and there is someone else I need to talk to because I accidentally talked to them earlier. That'll get us back into some of the current questing.
Still composing that poem about you, Exile?
Aberith, I believe.
Who'd have thought those bleating bastards would go and find religion, eh? Now there's nothing quite so sure to spoil a man's appetite than an ecclesiastical debate come supper time. Yet this goatman god, this Aberith, seems fair determined to mix his morsels with his spiritual enlightenments. To put no finer point on it, when the goatmen find him a soft pink human or two as divine sacrifice, he eats them, meat, soul and all. Well, that's what the legends say.
That evil laugh. Oh, and there's some more dialogue here.
Good work clearing another path through Axiom Prison. I'm starting to think those stories I've heard about you might be true.
Never can tell. My current evasion rating is 264. Doesn't hurt to try, I suppose.
With the road to the Frisian forest clear again, I trekked through to the forests beyond to see if the strangeness we're seeing on the coast is also happening inland. What I saw nearly froze my heart solid. The animals there, poor wretches, overtaken by some sort of parasite. As close as I can reckon, they're like termites, burrowing into flesh and mind instead of wood. If I'm right, there'll be a nest somewhere, and a queen. If you can find it, destroy it. Those parasites aren't something we want to see around here anytime soon. Farewell.
Alright, identify. How badass or sucktacular is it? Okay, it doesn't have the same evasion rating. Although it does have the benefit of having all these sockets linked. Plus the int, plus evasion rating, plus maximum life. Generate life, increase stun. Okay, it's got a better regenerate, and a better maximum life. Increased rarity items found, cold resistance, nice, and increased stun and block recovery. 13% as opposed to 19%. I can deal with that. The hat is better than the hood. The hood can actually go into the inventory for a while. I might, if I ever keep coming back to play this game, it might be useful for another character one day. Me fancy hat. No, just for something quick to do while to try and fill in time, we're gonna clear out this western coastline again. Because there's a boss that keeps spawning over there, and it does not hurt to have a little extra XP. We're 48% now to next level. Ooh. All 3 colors linked. That's one to keep. Sell it for chrome gem. Chroma color gem. Oop. Some gem unlocks. Another one. Ring, sure, why not?
That was fun.
Just over transmutation, that's it. Yeah. Some other ones that do have all 3 colors, but they're not all linked, so I don't get a chroma orb for bringing it in. Alright, the boss should be here, I believe. Or close to here. Yep, there he is. Oh, jeez. Well, I didn't lose too much at least. But wow, he hits like a truck every time. I didn't even know he was already there shooting at me. Otherwise I would have been moving faster. Yeah, eat all that. Hey! Didn't make up for any lost XP though, if I did lose any, I'm sure. Still, I'm ending up with more XP than when I started this area with. I believe I was only at 48 or 49. And so ending with 51. Oh, great. I was about to walk away and then I noticed that there's an unmarked one. There we go. Yep, looks like we cleared the coast again. I'll go the other way later on and level up over there, but for tonight I think we are done with Path of Exile. I'm trying to think, today's Wednesday, so tomorrow, I guess tomorrow I'll play a little more again to see how far I've gotten by then. I'll try to level up a little bit more offline, off stream rather, before I stream tomorrow, and we'll see if we can continue the plot. But otherwise, that's going to be it for tonight, I think. I'm not even going to bother emptying out my inventory. I'll do that later, again off stream. So, thank you, Q, for joining. Thank you, everybody watching on YouTube or BitChute. Check out the links down below if you want to join on the live streams, or if you wish to just check out where I find all the
Have a good day.
Thanks, Q. Or check it down below if you want to see where I have all my content. Also, if you wish to donate, there are options down there as well. That is going to be it for tonight. Thanks again, and I'll see you all next time.